Hi, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to our Tip Tuesday. We do these every Tuesday because it is really important for us to get information out to buyers and sellers and try to break it down where it's easily understood. So if you like these videos, don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell notification if you want to be notified when we upload these. Today we're going to be discussing coronavirus. It's a really scary topic and there's a lot of unknowns. Even today, it's affecting everybody, including my family. Actually, while I'm recording this, I'm in my home. That's why everything looks a lot different than what it normally does. And it's because we're quarantining because we've been exposed. But everybody is okay, so that's a good thing. We're just trying to be safe. So there's a lot of information that involves this, but what I want to touch on is the document that has to be signed prior to showing a property. We're going to be referencing the buyer's responsibilities in this video today. So the document I'm going to be referring to, actually I downloaded it on my phone so I can read it word for word, is called a Property Entry Advisory and Declaration. You will hear your realtor refer to it as the PEAD form, P-E-A-D. So for short, through the rest of the video, I will be referring to it as the PEAD form. Before a buyer even gets into a property to look at it, the buyer and the agent that's going to be showing the property is required to sign this PEAD form. So what is this form that you're signing? First of all, by signing the form, you as the buyer are acknowledging the risk involved in getting into a property and looking at it, and the possibility of being exposed to coronavirus. You are also acknowledging that you are aware of the CDC requirements. Prior to signing this form, you are going to be reviewing the property online and looking at the photos, the 3D tour, the virtual tour, whatever is available that the agent provided. And based on your review of those photos, you are still very interested in looking at the property. So that's all spelled out in the form, that you are acknowledging that you've already done that. Also, by signing the form, you are acknowledging that you will practice these CDC requirements, which includes maintaining safe practices, 6 foot distance, limiting your touching of items. Your realtor would be required to either provide gloves to you or wipe down everything, the surfaces that were touched. This is to help prevent the spread of the coronavirus. In addition, when signing this form, you're acknowledging that to your knowledge, you have not been exposed to coronavirus. You don't have a fever. You don't have any symptoms that could relate to you being infected with the coronavirus. Another thing is they discourage that children be present during the showings. They only like to have 2 adults and 1 agent. We understand if you don't have childcare and you need to bring your child, what would be the best scenario is possibly if the child was in the car and one of the adults waited. There could be additional requirements on top of the minimal that the CDC requires, and that depends on the seller. The seller could possibly require that the buyers provide their pre-qualification letter and proof of funds to close with the signature on the PEAD form. And this is just to ensure that there's no looky-loos, that there's only serious buyers because of the risk of exposure that are going into the property. And lastly, by signing this document, you are releasing all parties from any liability due to the possible exposure of coronavirus. So we can see that it's really important to take this seriously because we want to protect not only you as the buyer, but also the sellers and prevent any type of exposure or dangerous contact. Hopefully this answered your questions and this was good information for you. So thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.